In this mind's eye video, I'm going to be diving into everything you need to know, plus a couple of new pieces of information that's important. And I want to take you down the rabbit hole of this game as I've been uncovering every single aspect possible, sharing it with my community. Very exciting stuff overall. So lock in for that as we go forward. First thing I want to say is I want to talk about the studio and get into a couple of things with the studio specifically. This is Build a Rocket Boy studio, and it is led by Benzie, aka Leslie Benzie, who's worked on GTA pretty much ever since they found success, all the way from, I believe, 3 all the way up till 5. So he's pretty much had his hands in multiple of those games, and he's really fun, really great leader, and somebody who really knows the industry well from the interviews and information that we have about his history. And the reason this is important is because he has a studio that has a lot of ambition. This studio is not only just making this game and then another open world next year, they have a bigger picture where they give you the tools, the assets, and the overall systems of each game. So there's creative systems that allow you to take, for example, Mind's Eye, and let's say you take this area and then you fill it up with monsters, zombies, or whatever the case may be, and you can change it into what you want. So it's going to be a really great extra long-term thing that's called Arcadia. They have another game called Everywhere, and these tools are going to be for the community to create their content and things that they want. And the only reason I'm bringing this up first is because you have to know that, like, Mind's Eye is a very specific episode in their plans. They said they have multiple episodes, and the first one is going to be this story-driven thriller, which you can see it's a third-person shooter, and it's going to have a lot of action and a lot of driving. Very cool world and universe that we'll get into in a minute. But then they have an open world plan for the near future and so much more. So we're going to kind of go down all of these conversations and discussions to just open the door about what is possible going forward. And we'll see, where this takes us as we go. But yeah, it's an exciting time, and I'm hoping you guys can indulge while I go deeper down the rabbit hole. So now, what is Mind's Eye? Why would I want to play it? And what does that other stuff have to do with it? Well, Mind's Eye is a linear story-driven action adventure. As you can see, you're going to be able to drive. You're going to have some very cool cinematics as well. And you're going to have pretty much everything at your disposal when it comes to a third-person shooter where you got that running gun play style. And they said they have a lot of different environments and a good amount of cutscenes that are really special to give you a true experience, like if you're watching a movie, cinematics. And that's exciting because when you play a video game, you want to have those quality cutscenes, and that's what they're doing here. The universe is extremely interesting. You're playing as Jacob here, who's a military veteran who looks like he's had some problems with this device called Mind's Eye. And it basically is a tool that the military used. And again, I don't want to spoil anything too heavily with my speculations, but things don't go well for him in his life. And he's basically trying to understand what this chip did to him and others, because there's other people that are affected by this. And of course, as you can see, he's caught in some really crazy action, and it gets intense. And so we'll have flashbacks about his life. We'll be able to unveil the truth in the modern day, and then see what's going on with this city called Red Rock, where all the drama happens. In Red Rock, the coolest thing that I really love is that there's so many layers to it. There's the mayor who wants power. There's Silver, who's really good with technology. Then there's Morrison, who's the doctor who's also helped create some of this stuff and has the key information. It's a lot of mystery and intrigue with this thriller that we're going to be getting. And that's something that I find interesting and that I'm excited to experience on what exactly they're trying to offer for the overall game. Of course, you're looking at the action and you'll say, oh, yeah, that's my type of game. A little run and gun, third person game, hide behind cover, try to flank and push forward. There's different weapons in the beginning of the video, showcased about 8 of the weapons that were in his inventory. So snipers, shotguns, submachine guns, assault rifles, even a laser-like weapon, and of course a handgun and much more. But that is super interesting. On top of that, there's these drones you can use. One is to scan, and the others you can use to shoot down enemies and stuff like that. And of course, there's the vehicles, which are high-octane driving. So all of this with the crazy explosions that you'll see and that are intriguing, and with the storyline that is compelling. And it's like, okay, what are you guys doing with this madness? It should be very interesting to see how this story unfolds when the time comes. This is called the safest city, which is Red Rock, but somehow those robots turned rogue and you're seeing all these crazy explosions throughout the city. So something's going to go wrong. And you have the mayor, Vega, trying to stay in control. And you got Silver here as the main guy who helped create some good technology. And so there's a lot of interesting aspects to the game and the universe. And I actually really like the universe a lot. I feel like I can relate to this as far as like a great story from it. I would even want a movie. I mean, I think this could be pretty intriguing. We've seen movies with pieces of this, but all together it can be something special and unique. But with all that in mind, I just wanted to encourage my viewers to give the game a look. As somebody like me who covers a lot of different games and plays everything, this is more traditional for me. This is more of the general standard of what I played for many years and that I love also. So I'm very much excited to get in and drive through the city. Again, it's not an open world. I want to clarify a couple things because some people get confused when they see all this driving. This is a faux pen, which means that they did flesh out the world and it's going to look like it's an open world, but you're supposed to be doing a mission. So right now you're chasing somebody and that is your goal. So just running around for no reason probably won't work out because they're not creating an open world for you to do that in. There's a lot of games that do this, and they're story-based games that want to keep you on the right path, but they're willing to give you freedom within the city to a certain extent. So just know that. And again, it's focusing on the mission. And you can probably get a fail mission if you don't follow somebody right, or your car gets broken down. I can't speak officially, but that was something that somebody said who played and saw the developers preview of it. And so that is a very cool feature in my opinion. And it's interesting because you have human enemies and then you have the AI. It looks like from the footage that you're watching here, you can shoot down the enemies, regular players, pretty fast, 2 or 3 hits, but the AI, of course, is going to take a little more. So I'm interested to see how this difficulty system is going to play out and how many difficulty systems will they have. Make it a little harder for people, make it easier for those who don't feel comfortable in this. Personally, I feel like you're overpowered already because the way you're seeing this action here, this person rips through everybody pretty easily. And as you can see, there's drones, and there's some drones for you as well. So just a lot of little stuff. And I think the main thing that I want to take away from this is that, expect a more standard third person shooter than anything. From what I've seen here, that's what I feel like we're getting. And very, very cool. And this part right here where he changes his weapon in a second will showcase all the variety of weapons that you can use and pick what you feel is best for your playstyle. Everybody has a playstyle. And again, he pulls out a laser that's pretty insane. We've seen a shotgun in one of the clips, and we've seen a couple of the weapons in action. But again, they're pretty hardcore. They hit pretty hard. Even the pistol, as you can see, can take some people down, cause explosions, and so much more. So I'm very curious on how this will play out and how the future will unfold with it. And now I do want to take a moment to talk about a couple of new pieces of information that can probably help you if you're one of those guys who are playing on PC and really wants to know how it all works. Well, guess what? Look at what we got here, guys. We have the awesome PC specs, and it looks pretty damn good to me, and it looks like anybody's going to be able to run this standard game. 16 RAM, which is decent, and then your graphics card and everything else in here. So should be straightforward for those. I'm going to let you guys see there. Make sure you pause and end up getting all those goods. But that is something that, it's necessary. And now I want to talk about a couple of other things. There was some new images and information for spoilers that I don't want to spoil about the characters and the world and the universe and what's possible, let's just say, without getting into the details. And one of the biggest things, outside of the story that I want to kind of make sure I discuss and showcase to you guys is what I talked about in the very beginning, is this right here. Play Arcadia. So on top of playing the full game, you'll have an extra option for extra content right here. Arcadia will be most likely how you get to play other people's missions created by other players, aka yourself. You can create things as well. And this is a very cool feature that I'm excited about because we're gonna get top of the line stuff. And you can see right here, this is a mission for MindsEye, and it is a plane with vehicles, and all the things that you're seeing above it is the logic for the game and the tools for people to use, to make the car ride, make the airplane shoot, or anything that they might add in this. So this is just extra content. Think of it as like a free DLC, but endless, because you can make stuff and other players can make stuff. And the confirmation is that, of course, PC users will end up being able to create these things, and then the console players will be able to play. There's another thing called Everywhere, as you can see right here. It's an open world part of this Arcadia. And we'll see about the information when they drop it soon enough, but I'm super excited about that. I think that's going to be critical, in my opinion, for somebody like me who plays so many games. Being able to play a game with a twist, let's just say, that should be super interesting for the future. And so that's what I got for you guys when it comes to a recap of things that are in this game, and kind of putting some of the new information in there to introduce people who've already heard about it but wanted to know a little more. And then for those that have been hyped with me, yes, we're right around the corner. By the time this video drops, we're literally 2 weeks away. And I will be definitely streaming the full game. Hopefully I can beat it all in one day. If not, we'll end up, spreading it out. But I'm going to also showcase the extra content and try to get into everything along the way. So if you're interested in that, I do got more videos breaking down every single detail, and it should be popping up on your screen right now. Go check that out. All right. Make sure you leave a like. See you later. Peace.